Los Angeles prosecutors will not be pursuing charges against rapper and producer Sean Diddy Combs after disturbing surveillance video released last week showed Combs brutally assaulting his now ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura in March of 2016. The video obtained by CNN shows the horrifying incident. It shows Cassie in a black hoodie with a bag walking toward an elevator. Then Diddy is seen running after her, seemingly naked, wearing only a bath towel. Then the video shows a different angle from the hotel where Cassie is seen waiting for the elevator. Diddy comes up to her, immediately grabs her by the hair, shoves her to the ground, then kicks and stomps on her. Diddy then grabs her by the hoodie and drags her away from the elevator before letting go of her. The now embattled music mogul is also seen sitting in a chair in the hotel hallway throwing objects at Cassie. Cassie's lawyer released a statement after the video was made public, writing, "The gut-wrenching video has only further confirmed the disturbing and predatory behavior of Mr. Combs. Words cannot express the courage and fortitude that Ms. Ventura has shown in coming forward to bring this to light." Within 48 hours of the terrifying video seeing the light of day, Diddy released a statement and apologized for his actions in a video posted to social media. However, he did not mention Cassie by name.
So difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you got to do that. I was up. I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, go into rehab. Had to ask God for His mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
I spoke with criminal defense attorney Natalie Whittingham-Burrell, who explains Diddy's apology video is a complete 180 from the constant denials he's made regarding Cassie's allegations.
The first and foremost thought that I had was what a juxtaposition to the image that Diddy has shared with us for now going on 30 years as the happy-go-lucky, fun-loving music mogul. He certainly was not that in this video. But then on top of that, how comfortable he was to assault Cassie in such a violent and vicious way, knowing that he was in essentially a public place. Even if he had bought out the entire floor, maids could have come and gone, and it was certainly captured on video. He was so confident to do this out in the open in a towel that it seemed that this was something that he was used to doing. So that is the impression I got from it.
Cassie's other attorney, Meredith Feiertag, responded to Diddy's apology in a statement saying, Combs' most recent statement is more about himself than the many people he has hurt. When Cassie and multiple other women came forward, he denied everything and suggested that his victims were looking for a payday, that he was only compelled to apologize once his repeated denials were proven false, showing his pathetic desperation, and no one will be swayed by his disingenuous words. After the video was made public, the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office released a statement saying they will not be pursuing charges against the embattled rapper and producer due to the statute of limitations. The LA County DA's office wrote, "We are aware of the video that has been circulating online allegedly depicting Sean Combs assaulting a young woman in Los Angeles. We find the images extremely disturbing and difficult to watch. If the conduct depicted occurred in 2016, unfortunately, we would be unable to charge as the conduct would have occurred beyond the timeline where a crime of assault can be prosecuted. As of today, law enforcement has not presented a case related to the attack depicted in the video against Mr. Combs, but we encourage anyone who has been a victim or witness to a crime to report it to law enforcement or to reach out to our office for support from our Bureau of Victim Services."
Well, we do understand that LA County said that this case is beyond the statute of limitations. And so it doesn't make me really take issue with the LA County State's Attorney's Office, but with the legislature of the state of California All states need to be looking at their statute of limitations for assault-related cases, especially in the wake of what we've been learning about ongoing violence, either domestic violence or sexual violence, and how it can take a while for victims to come forward and try to seek help. And I know in my state that a felony level assault has no statute of limitations. And so if that video had come out, he would have been able to be charged in the state of Maryland where I practice. So it is unfortunate, but outside the hands of the county prosecutor and outside the hands of the general public to really do anything about it. So the fact that it waited so long for it to come forward means that Diddy goes without any legal consequences other than the settlement that he paid to her after she sued him.
Whittingham Burrell says it's likely Diddy issued the public statement knowing he wouldn't be charged for the violent assault.
So first and foremost, yes, that's exactly why he issued this apology. I mean, the damage was done, the genie was out of the bottle. However, he has many pending allegations of assault, abuse, and trafficking for which he has outwardly denied them. As we know, he denied the allegations from Cassie until this video came up to and including when he settled with her. He still denied any liability. So yes, I think because he was safe and he couldn't be criminally charged and he's already settled the case civilly, that he felt confident to come out and make a statement. As to the statement itself, I think that it was woefully just inappropriate and insufficient for what it was that he did. He violently assaulted, kicked, and dragged Cassie, treated her horribly. And his self-censored statement about him seeking therapy and seeking help without speaking to any ways in which he sought to make right on what he's done or improve the community around him, I think is very, very concerning. In addition, I do think that it's interesting that he never addresses Cassie by name, and his apology seems more geared towards apologizing to his fans for not living up to their expectations and less apologizing for his actions. So it doesn't seem to me that he's truly sorry. It seems like he's sorry for the loss of his reputation.
The brutal altercation matches the allegations in Cassie's now settled federal lawsuit against Diddy that was filed in November of 2023. The suit was settled just one day after being filed in federal court for an undisclosed amount. According to the suit, an altercation between Cassie and Diddy occurred around March of 2016. Diddy was extremely intoxicated and punched Cassie in the face, giving her a black eye. When Cassie attempted to leave the hotel room after Diddy fell asleep, he woke up and followed her into the hallway of the hotel while yelling at her. The complaint states he grabbed at her and then took glass vases in the hallway and threw them at her, causing glass to crash around them as she ran to the elevator to escape. According to the filing, after Cassie got into the elevator, she took a cab to her apartment. The suit says after realizing her running away would cause Diddy to be angrier with her, she returned to the hotel with the intention of apologizing for running away. When she returned, hotel security staff urged her to get back into the cab and go to her apartment, suggesting they had seen the hotel footage showing the beating. According to the suit, Diddy paid $50,000 for the hallway security footage from the incident. After the suit was settled, Diddy, through his attorneys, still denied the allegations against him. At the time, in a statement, Diddy's lawyer said a decision to settle a lawsuit is in no way an admission of wrongdoing. Writing, Mr. Combs' decision to settle the lawsuit does not in any way undermine his flat-out denial of the claims. He is happy they got to a mutual settlement and wishes Ms. Ventura the best. Now that one of the alleged violent altercations has been made public, could this be used against Diddy in the ongoing federal investigation? Whittingham Burrell says it could be if he ends up getting charged.
Well, let's say that Diddy were to be charged with sex trafficking for things unrelated to these allegations. First and foremost, the federal government has different statutes of limitations. So this could, for example, if they charged him for sex trafficking Cassie, which is something that she has alleged that he's done to her, any defense from him that, she voluntarily took part in these freak offs and moved from state to state to be used for sex across state lines, this would defeat any argument that it was voluntary on her behalf because he was beating and abusing her. But aside from that, let's say that he's not charged for anything related to Cassie on a federal level. Because again, federal and state, they have different statutes of limitations and different statutes altogether that make crimes. It would still be used against him at sentencing if he was convicted for anything to show that he has a pattern of being abusive. So even if they couldn't charge him with it at a federal level, it would be used if they had anything else to charge him with and convict him. in sentencing.
Despite Diddy settling Cassie's lawsuit, he still faces 4 other sexual misconduct lawsuits, and the fallout has been swift since. His reputation seemingly has been shattered in light of the lawsuits and allegations against him. Nearly 2 months ago, his Miami and Los Angeles homes were raided by federal agents in a reported ongoing probe into the sex trafficking allegations. His business ventures have taken a hit as several businesses seemingly have stepped away or distanced themselves from the hip-hop mogul, including Revolt TV, a media company Diddy co-founded in 2013. Diddy previously served as their chairman, but in light of Cassie's suit being filed in November, he temporarily stepped down from the position, which has since turned into a permanent decision. In light of the brutal assault video, Revolt TV released a statement on their social media page writing, "We are deeply saddened and disturbed by the recent video circulating of our former chairman, Sean Diddy Combs. Even with his recent separation from Revolt, it is still our duty to address this matter and recognize the direct impact it has on our staff, our audience, and the culture we represent. Revolt stands in solidarity with all who have been a victim of abuse and remain committed to upholding the values and integrity our community expects from us. We vehemently stand against any form of domestic abuse and will always be a fearless advocate for truth and accountability." And most recently, New York City Mayor Eric Adams says his administration is considering revoking Diddy's key to the city after the brutal video surfaced. So what's next for the hip-hop mogul amid the ongoing federal probe? Whittingham Burrell explains it could depend on the outcome of the investigation.
Unless the federal government can find something that really nails Diddy down, for example, they're saying that he takes drugs and guns across state lines, that he moves sex workers across state lines. If they can't prove those cases against him, then no, I don't think so, unless he's done something that we don't even know about that's more recent. But I do think that, unfortunately, although in the general public his reputation is tarnished, there is a subset of people that love hip hop that are always going to support Diddy. Unfortunately, if you look at the comment section of some of these social media websites, I won't mention their names, but on Instagram and things like that, there's commentary there that is largely supportive of him and blaming Cassie. So there is a toxic culture within hip hop of misogyny that I think will protect and insulate him no matter what. So there still is an avenue for him to continue to make money and have influence over the culture.
At this time, Sean Combs, aka Diddy, has not been charged or indicted with any type of crime. After the March raids on his LA and Miami home, his lawyer issued a statement in part calling the search a gross overuse of military-level force, but also added at the time there was no finding of criminal or civil liability with any of the allegations, saying Diddy is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name. Reporting for Law and Crime, I'm Elizabeth Millner.